Radek Drzewiecki, Lean Strategy. Why people in great companies cannot wait for Mondays. Warsaw 2022. Read by Sean Palmer. For Anya, for your support, motivation, patience and faith in me. For Szymon, Frank, Amelia. Kids, for the joy you give every day. Foreword. In 2015, I joined the Amway Europe Business Services Center team. At that time, the finance department was struggling with a high staff turnover following the implementation of a new IT system. A lot of overtime is not a dream for millennials, and there were plenty of job offers in Krakow. The new system was meant to be a promise of high and immediate savings, which nobody in this situation actually wanted to promise. Well, I was aware that after 10 years of racing in an outsourcing company, I would not be able to slow down my pace of work. Adapting to the new company took me more time than I expected. The relational culture of distributors, an American company that is entirely family-owned, precise long-term planning, and extraordinary care for people, all this gave the impression of a less aggressive business culture which looks for a balance between the high ambition of a leader in its industry and a family atmosphere of a friendly workplace. However, the family business turned out to be as ambitious as large corporations listed on stock exchanges. The goals for the next 2 years were a huge challenge: to restore engagement and to stop employee turnover, while at the same time increase productivity by 25%, to increase real productivity, which is visible in the income statement. The finance department was supported by a continuous improvement system based on 6 Sigma. The separated business excellence team was the competence center and operated efficiently. It was managed by an ex-consultant from the Big Four and an ambitious black belt. Thorough training cycles and a solid management model, plus a blueprint of target processes, which was developed with a leading benchmarking company. The support model seemed complete and well invested. However, when we started to count the savings that it brought, it turned out not to be quick enough. Improvements from a single project were converted into dollars, but often scattered and too small to be seen in the income statement. An undoubted advantage was the Green Belt and Yellow Belt certifications, which were appreciated by employees as an increase in their competencies. Unfortunately, the model only involved some employees and only for the duration of individual projects. Lean was one of the alternatives we considered. We started alone. Several of us had had some experience from previous companies. We deluded ourselves that we would not have to use the help of counselors. A tempting prospect. Several months of experiments with visual management, no one dared to use the word lean so as not to scare employees, created curiosity, a little enthusiasm, and a lot of doubts between us. Leaders could adjust the pace and direction of work to the capabilities and willingness of their teams. Result? Half of the boards for the daily briefings were never completed, and only 2 were able to be shown and gave the team real benefits. Of course, each one was completely different. We decided to turn to external experts for help. We examined some offers, starting from freelancers up to the Big Four, and between them was Lean Passion and similarly sized consulting companies. Radek's offer appealed to everyone due to the passion of the consultant Timothy who presented it and its lack of consent to compromise. None of "you will be satisfied," and instead, "my way or the highway." With a slight dent to our ego, the team decided that this is what we needed. Why lean strategy, and not just lean? Because the strategic approach to lean in the 5-step version is a project that we implement for some time. Radek's lean is not only a continuous improvement methodology placed next to normal business, but is also an integral part of it. My team's annual goals are the same in the HR system as they are on the visual management board in my room, where they are discussed every Monday morning.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?